Good day everyone, I'm Nuri Salim and I'm going to report about animal sexual behavior. The importance of animal sexual behavior. First, without reproduction, life would come to an end. The second is, in production situation, it is economically important to have good breeders. The third is, we must control both desirable and undesirable sexual behaviors in domestic animals. Factors affecting sexual behaviors. Genetic factors. Sex is genetically determined. Mammals, male are XY, while female are XX. Without androgenic stimulation, female behavior, and no male genitalia. Perinatal hormone influences. 6 hormones play an important role in sexual behavior. Neonatal androgens defeminize males. Adult hormonal status. Hormones have permissive role in adult animals. Normal sexual behavior requires a certain level of hormones. Varying administrations of estrogen and progesterone will elicit estrous behavior. Sexual behaviors can be altered by castration. Experience affects castration effects. Anatomical problems, inability to male. Anatomical factors, absence of spine, inability of intrumation will not induce ovulation, effects of castration. Previous social and sexual experience. Lack of sexual experience can have a greater influence than hormonal imbalance. Race and isolation or lack of socialization. Inhibit sexual behavior. Dog do not mount. No prior experience, excessive experience, homosexual, only experience, or very unpleasant experience can all lead to sexual behavior problems. External environment. High temperature, slippery floor, time of day, or stress. Attractiveness of potential mate. Based on innate preferences and past experience. Direct selection. Arbitrary mate choices. Good genes. Central nervous system control of female sexual behavior. In proestrus, the feedback loop is reversed from negative to positive. Increased estrogen is responsible for estrous behavior. The resulting LH surge induces ovulation. Central nervous system control of male sexual behavior. Extracycle variations. Spontaneous ovulation occurs on a regular cycle. Bitch, ewe, mare, sow, or cow. Induced ovulation. Vaginal stimulation is required for ovulation. Queen or rabbit. Cattle. Intact males or bulls. Castrated males is steers. Intact breeding female or cow. Pre-pubertal female is heifer. The cow. Estrous cycle. The cow is a non-seasonal continuously cycling breeder. Puberty typically occurs between 6 and 18 months. The estrous cycle is 18 to 24 days in length. Cow sexual behavior. Increase in activity. Increased vocalization. Decreased food intake. Phlegm, rubbing or licking. Chin resting. Mounting. Approach the ball. Heat detection. Pedometer. Head patch, behavior observation, vaginal secretion, vulvar relaxation, and mounting. Clinical problems of cattle, silent heats, nymphomania, Fremartin, Bollister syndrome.
I'm Christine Fana, and this is my part of this report topic, goats. The goat is domesticated species of goat. Antelope typically kept as livestock. It was domesticated from the wild goat of Southwest Asia and Eastern Europe. The characteristic of do sexual behavior. Short day breeders. They begin to cycle during the shorter days of fall. Tail wagging. Goats can wag their tails as a sign of happiness, or they could be signaling that they have affection for another goat or a woman. Vocalization. The sound made by a goat is known as bleating or calling. Urination. Clinical sign of urinary. Calculi include restlessness and anxiety. Male effect is a strategy used in reproductive management of herds for the induction and synchronization of estrus. Characteristic of back sexual behavior. Kicking. As the babies grow inside her will be able to feel kicking. Vocalization. In urination is displayed in male domesticated goats, characterized by the downward turning of the head and neck to intercept the stream of urination. Tail wagging. Horse. The horse is the domesticated or didictod-fooded mammal. It belongs to the taxonomic family Equidae and is one of two extant subspecies of Echospheros. Characteristic of mare sexual behavior. Long day breeders. They come into heat as the days increase in length in the spring. Cycle 21 to 24. The mare has a seasonally polystrous type of estrous cycle. This means she typically is receptive to the stallion. Heat lasts 6 days, the period when the mare is receptive to the stallion. Full heat. A mare in heat may actively seek out and attempt to stay in the vicinity of a stallion. Ears back. The facial muscles are tense and the nostrils are filled. Urination. The estrogen released during heat is what prompts her to act in way to attract a stallion. Winking is a common behavior for mares in heat. Have preference of a stallion. Preference for individual stallion throughout the breeding season. Characteristic of stallion sexual behavior. 2 to 3 months. Sexual behavior was seen in 2 to 3 months old colts when final erection during resting, play fighting or mutual grooming, biting and nuzzling. Considerable attention is devoted to sexual behavior problem. Feminine behavior apparently enable the male to recognize females in heat. Vocalization is a complex behavioral pattern in which several cortical and subcortical instructions are involved to produce proper vocal output. Copulation lasts less than 45 seconds. Behavior consists of mounting, intromission, and ejaculation. Characteristic of clinical problems of stallion. Absence of libido, overuse, use as teaser but not bred, improper handling, injury from mare, self-mutilation.